Hello, YouTube and fellow resellers. This is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, back at you with what sold over the weekend. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller who has a full-time job, a little son, and a wife. So let's get her started. We have quite a few sales. We had 20 sales between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's our handy-dandy fancy AI tool. We had $1,016.83 in total sales this weekend. That is everything included, shipping, fees, blah, 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 blah. That's $50.84 per item. My average sales cost of 30.4%, it comes out to $309.12. Average cost of goods is $9.80 per item, comes out to $196, which leaves me a total profit prior to taking taxes out of $511.71, which is 50.3% of my total sales. That is amazing. You got to pay 15% taxes to our Patriots, our New England Patriot overlords who decided to beat the Buffalo Bills. That sounds disgusting. I can't believe I just said that. But anyways, $152.52, net profit of $359.19 in my pocket. That is 35.3% of total sales. That, my friends, is an amazing number. So let's get her started. The topic of the day is Happy Football Sunday. It's been a great morning series of games. Like I said, the Patriots won. The Browns squeaked out another win. The Rams lost. God dang, the Lions got their ass smoked. Now I'm just waiting for Sunday Night Football where my Dolphins will be beating those Philadelphia Eagles. So, anyways, I hope all y'all like football because I love it. Here is the first item. It's a butter cloth, guys. I literally listed this morning. It sold within a couple hours. You always got to love that. It sold for $34.97 plus shipping. It's one of the best feelings when an item sells right away. Here's an item that I listed maybe Wednesday or Thursday. It's Fjallraven. Amazing. This is a wool snap button. I kind of went back and forth with this buyer. He said he sent me some weird message about 90. I need to be under $100, so $91.50 plus your shipping for a used item. I declined it. He came back 20 minutes later with a $105 offer, saying, "Hey, you won." Fine. Hey, he's like, good negotiating. You win. And so then I responded with a $100 offer because, I enjoy a nice little back and forth with a buyer. And $100 is an amazing price. There's hardly any of these listed. $100, man, in a matter of a couple days. Guys, that buttercloth and that are items you should be buying if you're new. Here's an item that you should be buying right now. This is Pendleton, as you can see. Man, is it me or... Let's see here. What are we doing here? Hey, there we go. That's a little bit better. I had like some film on there. This is Pendleton. Sold for $79.97. It's because it is the original board shirt. In excellent condition, guys. It's fitted, which is also a positive. Did take a long time. As you can see, $9.97. I'm in the 1800s. It is something you should be buying right now. If you can find out the right price, buy it. Here's another item that took a long time. Nua Tags Faherty. Faherty is a fantastic brand. I may have overpriced this. Settled for $39. It did take about 6 months-ish. Hey, but Faherty is a brand you should be buying. Also, if you're new to this, pretty much buy it right away. Here's another item you should be buying right away. I sold the pants earlier this week. Here are the shorts, probably from the same person who donated. These are the P Squared pickpocket proof. Sold within maybe about a week and a half for $49.97. I'm gonna position this whole video of, if you are new to reselling and you are just looking for quick sales, here's one that the tag on the inside is very unassuming. So most thrift stores are probably just going to price this at like $5, and then you're going to flip it for $50, and that's the kind of stuff you're going to want when you're brand new. The next item is REI. Most REI pants are fairly worth it at the right price. These sold for $24.97 and did take about a month and a half. Yeah, guys, I mean, if you want, you can probably buy that. That's more of like if you have a listing goal and you're just trying to get some profitable items and you have plenty of capital like I do, that's the stuff you're buying. Here's just a filler item. I buy pretty much every RoArc revival piece that I find. This had some flaws with it. It had like a hole or something. Probably would have sold closer to $25 if it didn't have the minor flaws. But a Waffle Henley is an amazing thing. Buyer paid $15. It did take about 5 months. I would not buy that if you're new. I would buy this if you're new. This is Patagonia. This is the R1 regulator fleece. I think it's the quarter zip or half zip, whatever. It's men's. It's gray. Sold within a couple days. I mean, geez, $35.97 for this. This is the kind of stuff that you're looking at, guys. Patagonia is going to sell. Their jackets and stuff sell really good. But it's not what it used to be. I mean, that maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago would have sold for $60. But you should still pick it up. If you're brand new, you're picking that up all day long. Here's another item you're picking up all day long. The brand is Grayson. This is a high-end golf brand. This sold for $44.97, and this sold within a day of me listing it. Yeah. So there's multiple ways to get, obvious inventory, right? Like you can go to any store that sells clothing or whatever you're wanting to sell, and you're going to be able to find it. And sometimes they run sales, and maybe there's some resale value. That's what a lot of people do at Ross. This is brand new. I bought these at Ross. I mean, I think I paid like $10 a piece for these. This is my second to last one. Guys, be careful when you're doing the retail arbitrage is what that's called. That's a very high dollar entry point. So this is something that you got to be really careful with. I don't buy much from Ross anymore. Just because the stuff sits forever. But it did sell for $23.98. And it took it probably took 7 to 8 months, guys. So that's why I say probably just hold off. Here's another awesome item. This would have sold closer to $30. It had a hole in the shoulder, and I believe it had like a stain somewhere. But this is Johnny O. This is like a hooded shirt. Johnny O is actually a pretty solid brand. Like they're more outerwear and more golfish style or beachy theme items are probably the best. But their performance, like dress shirts do really well, and their performance shirts do really well. But these are one of the better items. I listed this to yesterday, and it sold within a day. If you can find that at the right price, I'd probably pick that up if I was new. Here's a brand you're going to want to pick up if you're new as well. This is Icebreaker. This had flaws. This had a hole, and it's missing the tag here. Someone had not taken care of this very well, but it still sold $17.97, and it sold within about a month. Most Icebreaker I'd pick up like pretty much no matter what. So yeah, I don't know. Sold a pair of socks. If you didn't catch a couple videos ago, I was talking about how I listed a bunch of just like hats and socks, just random stuff that I had laying around that I was tired of looking at. Tired of having just dead money. It's slowly moving. This sold for $11. I'm just getting my money back. Guys, socks are probably not anything you're ever going to want to grab. Actually, before I show you that, I did sell another pair of shoes. This is another Ross find. If you're curious, I paid $35 for these. I was hoping to get closer to $90. I bought a lot of these. I bought, I think, 11 total. And they're slowly selling, but they are just not worth it, guys. This is why I kind of stopped going to Ross. These sold for $56.68. Whatever. Took a long time to sell. That's the right reason you don't go to Ross. I mean, those took... I got those in February. So you figure... we're in October, 8 months. That's a long time to sell on $35 to basically make nothing. Got some Patagonia pants that also took probably 8 months to sell. They did sell. Sold for $24.97. yeah, I don't know, guys. I recommend looking up the style of every Patagonia item. It's on the materials tag. If you flip it over, you should see something that's STY and then a 5-digit or 5-number code. Look that up in Google, just, Patagonia style number. Go into eBay, see what the prices are, the sell-through rate. Not all Patagonia is made the same. This one I wouldn't buy, but it did sell for $24.97. So, hey, at least it did sell. This is Galvin Green. This is a brand that I'd never heard before, and I've been finding it quite a bit lately. There's not a lot of it on eBay, but this sold within a day, and it sold overseas. I don't get many overseas sales anymore. It sold for $34.97, and it did have an embroidery on the sleeve, but seems like a very strong brand. So if you see Galvin Green and you get it at the right price, pick it up. So here's a brand that I tell everyone to pump your brakes. Pump the brakes. Don't just pick it up on site because the sell-through rate is like the sky is falling, okay? Anyone ever remember Robert Graham or Charles Tyrowit? Like, you used to find those and you could flip them like immediately for $35 to $50. It was like ding, ding, ding. It was like that at a slot machine. It was like ding, 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 ding. Figs used to be like that about a year ago. Now, not so much. But they do sell jackets, they sell coats, and some of their discontinued colors do sell very well. I found 3 of these lab coats, and 2 of them sold to the same buyer. They paid $50 a piece plus discounted shipping. They paid $12 total for shipping. So $112 total for 2 lab coats. Yeah, guys, now that's what I'm talking about. We got some Carbon to Cobalt. This is about as bread and butter of a brand as you get. It still sells. It's been selling ever since I started reselling, and it still continues to sell. It's just a really classic looking piece. Did take about 4 months to sell, if I had to guess. Sold for $20. If you can, this isn't anything I'd be buying if you're new, but if you're like an experienced, you have plenty of capital, you're just willing to sit on an item to make, double your investment, that's it. Diesel jeans. These took about a month and a half to sell. This is a brand I certainly would buy if I am brand new. If you ever look them up, there are thousands of Diesel jeans. But what's insane about this brand is for as many as are listed, generally what I've seen on eBay is the more that are listed, the sell-through rate slowly becomes less and less and less. These, it's been like 4 years of me reselling, and these still have the same sell-through rate, which is over 100%. I always price them a little high. Did sell these for $40 plus shipping. Took about a month and a half. I'd buy those if you were new. And here's a brand that is probably the cream of the crop if you're new. CC Filson. This is an Alaska Guide shirt in black. I have been finding a lot of CC Filson, but in small and extra small. I don't know why only those sizes. If this was large, this would have sold for around $50. But sold for $34 plus shipping. Did take quite a while because of the size. I mean, I sell small all the time. Extra small men's is pretty like non-existent from my experience. But hey, took about 5 to 7 months, I think. I don't remember. But hey, $34. You're not leaving that behind regardless. So guys, that is the 20 sales that equate to a little over $1,000 in a weekend as a part-time reseller. Guys, I only worked maybe, I don't know, 5 hours this weekend total, and I made $300. I was at $300 and almost $60 that went into my pocket this weekend. What can you guys do with $360 for a few hours of work on a weekend? You tell me. Let me know down in the comments who you rooting for on Sunday Night Football. Remember, guys, if you liked what you saw, share my video, like and subscribe, and until tomorrow on a What Sold in 24 Hours, rule the day.